Hey everyone, Captain Leon from Captain Leon's Boating and More, and we just got this thing unpacked from the winter and we're getting ready to change the oil and do what we got to do to begin this brand new season here in the Northeast. And you know, the world right now is one where there's just enough divisiveness, right? I mean, people are just willing to fight over just about anything. So why don't we just create now another topic to argue over? I'm talking about oil. Do we stick with the OEM Yamalube oil? Do we try Mobil 1 or some other synthetic? Well, here's my story. I was with Yamalube exclusively OEM for the first few years of ownership, and then I ended up trying Amsoil Marine, which is a premium synthetic oil. Now, it's more expensive, and what I realized when I made that change is the RPMs and my wide open throttle had increased. We're talking about 300 or so RPMs more and about maybe 3 or 4 miles per hour more, or at least that's what I believe I got out of the deal. Could it have just been the engine breaking in a little bit more over time? I don't know. So what I decided to do this year, and it's partly based on the price of Amsoil was through the roof, I said, you know what, let me go back to Yamalube, let me try Yamalube and see if in fact there's gonna be a difference now in the other direction. Are we gonna realize a decrease in RPMs? Are we gonna realize a decrease in miles per hour? And we will know at that point definitively whether or not you know, the Amsoil is worth the money. No one really knows what the Yamalube is. I mean, the formula for it, they say, is somewhere within the Egyptian pyramids. That's where the secret formula for Yamalube is. I don't know. That's what somebody told me. But either way, the point is that we're going to give this a shot, and we're going to take the boat out on the water. We're going to change the oil quickly now and just go a quick review on that process, as well as I'm going to do a spark plug change too. But before long, we're going to have this thing out there, and we're going to get you those results right now. And this might impact, you know, what you're going to do in the future too when we talk about changing your own oil. So welcome to Oil Wars. Okay, let's get this party started with a 3-minute oil change and spark plug change, beginning with warming up the engine oil. Start that engine and get it nice and warm. I like to get the engine level, and I do that by lowering the tongue jack as low as you can go. Unfortunately, for me, it's still not perfectly level, but it's as best as I'm going to get it. I got my extractor out, which has the extractor tube. This is a great simple passive device. I have it marked at 23 inches, which is ideal for my engine. And now we're going to insert the extractor tube into the dipstick hole of the engine, get it in there till it just seats at the bottom, and now we are going to begin the extraction process. A couple of pumps create suction, and there she blows. That's right, that's oil flowing right out of the crankcase and the engine into the extractor. That's 1 quart, and now we can see we're up to 3 quarts, which is about most of the time what I'll get out of the engine. We're now going to remove the oil filter. I'll get a towel under there in case you have any drippage, and just loosen that oil filter. It should not be on there too tight. Clean up the area, and then you can begin the process of removing the new filter out of the carton. Prepare it by putting a little oil on the gasket surface and then spin it on. Once it makes contact, you just want to give it a little bit more, about another 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. Now it's time to fill it up with oil. You're going to put back those 3 quarts at least, and very slowly check the dipstick. Make sure you end up between the 2 dots. Guess what? Time to change the spark plugs. Going to loosen the screws on the engine cover, remove it. Now remove the bolts holding one of the coil packs, remove the electrical connection, and pop that coil pack right off. By looking inside, we can see the spark plug. And you're going to install the spark plug socket onto the ratchet, and now it's just a matter of popping that spark plug right out. You're going to see in a minute here, I pulled out the iridium spark plugs, which are different than the OEM spark plugs. A video on my channel, if you're a subscriber, you may know, will show a test I did with iridium plugs, but we're going back to OEM this year. So put that spark plug in the spark plug socket, carefully screw it into the engine, and then you just want to make sure you torque it down just right. In the manual, and hey, I'm someone that goes by the manual, it's 18 foot-pounds of torque. Not too much on those plugs. Reinsert the coil pack, insert the bolts that hold it in, reconnect the electrical connection to it, and voila, we are done.
Ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me. Igor, Frederick.
All right, well, that round may have gone to Yamalube, but now it's time to give it the finger. That's right. And we can see that the Amsoil feels very thick and full-bodied. But the Yamalube, well, it's a little thin and watery. So round 2 goes to Amsoil, the Finger Lube winner. And it's time for the sniff test. Well, I gotta say, the Amsoil has a very distinctive, almost chemically smell. I want to say almost like a lacquer thinner. Full-bodied bouquet of just kind of like strong paint fumes. But the Yamalube, well, that's a little bit more pleasing to the nose. It's almost like a sweet, minerally kind of a smell. Something you would just feel comfortable smearing all over your body. This round goes to Yamalube. Okay, so we are out here on the boat. We're about to do our test to compare how the boat performs today with Yamalube, which we reverted back to, versus Amsoil, which we've been using for the past several years. So let's first, let's do this test. Let's see how it is, and then I'll just spend a minute giving my opinion and my review. It is a nice morning, a little bit of a breeze. Here in New York, it is just not that warm. I mean, we're like 65 degrees right now. That's pretty much about it. And, it is June. Joining me today is my first mate, Braden.
Let's do it!
There you go. Let's do it. All right, let's start this puppy up and rock and roll. Well, that was fun. Oh man, it's enjoyable. Speed tests are fun. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we're out here and we just got done doing this speed run. And, the conditions are a little windy. Not much, about 5 to 10 knots, which was working in our favor, quite frankly. But we do have a tide that's coming in. So, what's the matter? I'm boring you here in the middle of making a video. In any case, the deal is the results of this speed test, and let's just cut to the film and take a look at this. Tell me what you think. Hit it. Come on. Come on. A little more. Come on. Come on. Hit the 50. Hit the 50. Come on. Almost 8,000 RPMs. All right, so as you can see, we are hitting numbers of very close to 8,000 RPMs, 78, 7,900. We're hitting speeds, at least on the Yamaha speedometer, of like 47, 48. I actually had a faster run when I wasn't filming that I hit 49. So it's pretty incredible that I don't really see a major significant difference between the performance with the Yamalube oil as compared to the Amsoil, which I've used for years now. And you know, when I first started using Amsoil, I said, wow, look how much faster the boat's going. And there was a marked improvement. There was a few hundred RPMs more and a little bit more speed, but maybe it was the engine breaking in. I don't know. And look, let's face facts. There's so many variables in speed. There's wind, there's current, there's the weight in the boat, there's the weight distribution in the boat, right? I mean, I'm operating with a full tank right now. I think in one of my prior speed runs, you know, with the Amsoil, it was closer to 3/4 or a half. But, you know, look, either way, the point is it's a negligible difference. I just went back to the Yamalube once again because of the lower cost. But, you know what? I just might stick with Yamalube from now on. What can I tell you? They're both great oils. And whether you're using any of those or Mobil One or whatever you're using, you know, keep using it as long as you're comfortable. But at the end of the day, I'm not seeing a major difference. So, going to sign off here, Captain Leon. Once again, if you enjoy this content, if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so anytime I release something new, you'll be notified. And hey, who knows? Maybe it'll interrupt like a boring party you're at, and you'll be like, hey, I just got this notification, and excuse me one moment while I watch this video. You like that, right? All right. Anyway, Captain Leon, hope you enjoyed this. Signing off.